Would you go for a run in the dark on your own?
No, unfortunately not.
Definitely. Do you cross the road to get out of the way of a group of men?
Yes, always.
No. Do you get scared to go for a walk on your own?
Yes.
No. Do you hold your keys in your hands as you walk on your own?
Yes.
No. Have you ever been catcalled walking down the street?
Every damn day.
Yes. In a good way.
Just tell us about what you do and how you got into it.
I would say my full-time job is a fitness social media influencer. I'm also a trainer and I have an app called Grow Girl. So I train thousands of women on Grow Girl, whether it's in the gym or at home. I competed at pro level in bodybuilding and I don't compete anymore, but I still practice the sport. I wanted to get every single woman feeling confident no matter what they came from, their background, their size, whatever. I want them to feel confident in their skin they're in, and I want them to feel empowered.
You have made some really great content on this stuff. Can you tell us a bit about it?
The first one was a sit-down chat with my boyfriend Bernie, and we were talking about how I felt to literally just go for a walk or a run in the dark. And I said I wouldn't because I feel unsafe. And I said, do you feel unsafe? To him, he's, no, not at all, like instantly no. And I posted that and I started talking about how women feel versus how men feel. And it went viral to probably the wrong community of people not agreeing. We have a lot of women that agreed with me, but then on the male side, they didn't. And they didn't understand why I felt that way and trying to invalidate my feelings.
So many women wouldn't go out for a run or a walk on their own at night.
Yeah.
What really strikes me about this is men don't realise that happens. Why do you think that is?
Because they're not experiencing it for themselves and because we don't talk about it often. It's just so normalised for us. That's normal. Whereas a man may not see that way and they may not have empathy for us in that respect. They don't realise that we go through that comes across in our head. And even in my school uniform as a child, I experienced people following me. I had an incident where a man followed me home from the gym and I had to walk past my house because I didn't want him to know where I lived. And so I had to walk round in a couple of circles and go to the back of the house where I felt safe. I've been a member of a gym for, say, 13 years, all different gyms. And I've experienced many different situations like a lot of women do. And even whether it's a verbal comment, it's a situation where they give you unsolicited advice, whether it's abuse or inappropriate behaviour, it's constant. And I think a lot of women have experienced that. And then you see that on the media, people, you know, Sarah Everard and amazing women, they're getting hurt, they're getting killed, they're getting attacked on their runs. And we're going to act in that way that it's not all men, but it happens to all women. So we need to be on the edge all the time just to fend for our safety.
And how did that impact you?
I am quite a stubborn person when it comes to men in terms of them making me feel like that. I don't want them to win. I would never let it stop me working out because that's my favourite thing to do. And when I train strength training, I'm going to feel stronger. More strength, more mindset. I'm going to then feel more confident to have a chat with these people. Why are you staring at me like that? And most of the time, they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise I was doing it. You know, they go, oh God, she's talking to me. A lot of men will see women in the gym just a thing to look at. No, we're human beings. You can talk to us.
What more do you think men can do?
Make women feel safe by understanding that they're not a threat. So we feel safe with a man that would, you know, not inappropriately look or stare or make judgment, but just a general friendly smile. Potentially, if you're in a group of guys, cross the road if you see a woman on her own. Because I'm going to cross the road if I see a group of guys coming towards me and you're loud. And especially if they see an incident happen, help that person out. Because a lot of the time, passers-by, they'll walk past. I don't want to get involved. It's nothing to do with me.
And what more can gyms do in particular?
Going up to the individuals that may have done something inappropriate and, you know, banning these people from gyms. You can't do things. It's not 3 strikes and you're out. It's 1 strike, you're out. You can't do that. You're not allowed to make that person feel inappropriate, you know. I had someone banned from a gym years ago because he was very intimidating. How he made me feel was I never want to step foot in the gym again. And that's from someone that was a very confident gym goer. And luckily that gym did make the appropriate decisions and banned him. I did a quick video. I was walking to the gym at 6 a.m. and it was obviously dark. I had to look round because I had my headphones on and I'm like, every woman knows we've probably got our music turned down just in case something is there, and I need to still be aware of my surroundings. There was one comment that stays in my mind, and it wasn't just the comment, it was the amount of likes the comment got. It was, I sprint past women at night just to test them, and it got 5,384 likes. And so those 5,000 people thought that was funny, and then they jumped on the bandwagon and said, yeah, I hide in a bush just to test them too, and I will scream at them when I walk past. They're writing this, so there must be some methodology in their brain that would potentially act on that. I don't respond to them, but other people will. And they're like, oh, it's just a joke. But is it?
How do we make exercising and moving and sport safe for women?
We'll never be able to diminish everything. Like, we can never change the dark. We can't change how we feel in the dark, unfortunately, but we can change what we do as women. If you feel appropriate, work out at home. But like me, I want to go to the gym, and I like a lot of women, they don't want to hide. So it's talking about it more, and it's taking those reports and those incidents more seriously. Whether it's making more female-only gyms for us and speaking to the members of the gyms, and whether that is a like members box where they can write stuff, and kind of just understanding that we might not feel safe and just listening to us a bit more.
How do you think the fitness world caters to women's safety?
Luckily, there's a lot of charities doing work. So Women in Sport in England, they've done a lot of questionnaires, and they've found the fact that a lot of women feel this way. So they're thinking, okay, this is happening. Every single gym owner or mainstream gym needs to understand that they have to take a stand on if a woman feels like that. And I think that is happening. Reported incidents are being then met and understood, and people are getting banned, or situations are happening following that. Talking about the conversation, opening up the conversation, talking about it to your partner. Because it's funny, you know, we live in this, but your partner might not know that. You know, your dad, your brother, your uncle, they might not know that we feel like this, and they might be horrified if that incident happened. And so understanding and opening the conversation up to other men that we trust will then follow on. If I'm in the gym and I see a man making another woman feel uncomfortable, I'll go up to them. But it shouldn't just be me, it should be everyone else. The passers-by should be there to help us and support us.